Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida's offense will have the first possession of the game. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today, guys.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack, even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
What a shot in the arm something like that can give you. You take over, first and goal from the 3. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He's bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a... Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The pull and throw off the RPO. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement.
Right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This time it's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Gators in the hurry up. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. Ripping through the defense. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Florida! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch and stride inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Winston. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Gators are on the move.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Winston. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Madden. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He's got the tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal.
Number 19 on the field goal.
Between the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 40. Gives him the big stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Ware. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. He'll keep it on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Feeling some heat. Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch and knocked down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Makes a man miss. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. To the air, it's Winston. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Bringing it back, it's Ware. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Snags it over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Georgia going up tempo. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second and short now after that completion. Back to pass, it's Winston. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes like the Gators and Dogs duking it out on neutral turf, you know emotions will run high. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
And the returner will be knocked down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If you be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Kearse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to...
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. Quick step and go. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! They want to see if they can score the deuce. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to pull that schooner away offensively. They're up by 4 over Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Gators want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Winston. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Gets open down the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Offense lining up quickly. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's going for it all. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. On the return, it's Ware. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the...
He's going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They call a perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the boot, looking for his man. Now sliding to his left. Blasted as he lets it go. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played, and the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Winston. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been a shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. Makes the grab. Defense right there. They are set up at the 14. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Agnew. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll bring it back looking for help. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but
and he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Looking to throw, it's Winston. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This defensive linemen have kids in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered.
And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up to go. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Just excellent coverage, nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall. They'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not much running for him. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
Well, 100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and I like this offense, keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming.
Defense rolls up, deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're going to throw it again. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They get him down after he makes a catch.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that run.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Nice move to stay on his feet. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Winston. Using the quick game. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Coming after him. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gators are threatening in the red zone. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He now has 110 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Dogs moving quickly to the line. Going up top on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. Snags it. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about